G'day guys, Dom here. So, as promised, here's a video of the cpm10v surgeons. I did a video on these about a month ago, but it was pretty crappy. I was rushed and stuff. I only spoke about it for a couple seconds. And essentially, this is probably the most hardcore steel I've ever used. cpm10v is no joke. I went through a shocking amount of abrasives, which is fairly typical for a lot of stuff I do, but these definitely surprised me. So, a bit of backstory. I've got the surgeon design, and it's essentially a little neck knife I do. And one of the great things I like about the design is that it's very easy to kind of do sort of sprint runs out of it. I can do different steels out of this very easily, and all that sort of good stuff. So I had an idea to make these out of cpm10v, more because I was curious. It's pretty much one of the most wear-resistant steels money can buy, as long as you don't include like steels that are barely steels like Maximate and Rex 121. But yeah, this is crazy wear resistant steel, and because of that, it's incredibly hard to actually sand this or grind this even in the annealed state. For instance, the flats in these, right, they come with a really ugly surface finish, and I've got to clean it up. The standard ones I do out of ABL are pretty easy to clean up. The flats here, they take about 5 minutes and a single sheet of sandpaper on the disc. It took me about 4 sheets of sandpaper for each of these in about 20 minutes. So to do all of these, it took me a whole pack of sandpaper. So that's 50 sheets of Rhino Wet, which is by no means cheap shit. Rhino Wet usually lasts a really long time, but with this stuff, it's dead in a couple seconds. So it doesn't want to sand pretty much. Belts themselves, I went through a whole bunch of grinding belts doing these. I don't remember how many, but it was a lot. Essentially, by the end of it, I had a bin just chock-a-block full of belts and sandpaper and bandsaw blades and all sorts of random shit that this thing just ate through. So yeah, it's expensive to make a knife out of this stuff, but on the flip side, it keeps an edge like crazy. Now it's a high carbide steel, so it doesn't stay shaving sharp for a very long time, but it just stays like, gets this toothy edge on it and just cuts and cuts and cuts. I was processing crap loads of carbide with my own personal one, and it just didn't get dull. It's very impressive stuff. I'm a huge fan of it. Now, I don't know if I'll do any more out of it because it's just such an expensive steel, especially once you consider working time and stuff. But I'm definitely glad I did it and just kind of get that experience of working with this stuff. So they come with tan Cerakote, chisel grind. Trust me, you're going to want to chisel grind with these because sharpening them is not easy. I'm going to recommend diamonds if you've got them. You can do it with water stones and stuff, but it's going to take a while, so definitely diamonds. I wouldn't really go much over 400 grit because I don't think it's going to make a huge difference in the cleanness of your edge. So just do a real rough grit 400 diamond would be ideal. Everything's nicely rounded off, bit of a swedge there just for looks, just trying to differentiate these to show that they're the cpm10v batch, not the standard ABL ones. And you can see that's just wear from the sheath up there. But they all fit in there nicely, they're not falling out. And if you're after a neck knife that has crazy wear resistance and weighs almost nothing, these things are a great choice. And I do have a couple lefties in this batch. So if you are left-handed, I don't always do them, but every now and then I like to do just a random little lefty. I was going to do just 8 of these, but the water jet company just royally fucked up the cut and they're all just messed up. And I couldn't really bring myself to throw away that much steel, especially cpm10v, which is a good amount more expensive than standard stuff I use. So I basically reshaped them a little bit. If I get this one out to compare, so you can see these ones are just narrower here than up here. I've cut the front off, I've knocked the back down a bit, all just to try and get the most amount of useful steel out of these knives and not waste anything. See, I don't think I'm going to do these again. This is just a random little one-off project just to kind of make use of some expensive steel that got smashed up. But yeah, these are a great little knife actually. I'm quite liking the design of them. I just already have a few Kiridashis in my designs. I don't really want to make another one. So yeah, cpm10v, some crazy stuff. And they're offering on the website right now. I'm going to be doing a bit of a Christmas special on these. So we're knocking the price down a couple percent, not too much, maybe like 10 or so. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.